All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Football Edition of We Got Next. Super excited for this one. Of course, to start off, happy Thanksgiving to everyone whenever you end up listening to this. I know waivers just went out not too long ago. Depending on where you are, it's week 12 in the NFL. So, yeah, but good slate tomorrow. I'm really excited because all three of these games, whether you're just a regular fan or if you're a fantasy football fan, there are playoff implications on the line for this. So the first game we have the Packers Lions. After that, we have the Commanders and Cowboys. Then we have the 49ers Seahawks. Everyone has to have at least one star player in it. If you're kind of sitting towards the top now, if you're at the bottom, that's debatable. I say that because in the first game, which we're going to go to, and I'm going to talk about the lines and everything like that, you do have the Packers Lions. I do have the Lions in this one, but different players that you might end up playing. I know some people are going to play A.J. Dillon just based on what's been going on with Aaron Jones. Then on the Lions side, Jahmyr Gibbs, you have David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, you have Sam Laporta. Some people might try and chuck out the Lions defense as well. So there's numerous amount of players that are out there that you're throwing out there and starting. Christian Watson might be the flyer because Jordan Love has been looking for him too. But those are the main things in that one. Of course, if you're in it for the halftime performance, you do have Jack Harlow that will be performing as well. Going into the next game, Commanders and the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys in this one. That should kind of be an easy one. The line is minus 12.5. Whenever you're playing division opponents, it doesn't always turn out that way. I do have the Cowboys in this one. That's kind of one of my no-brainers. I don't know about the minus 12.5 line. I will see if they have, let's kind of see this alternate spreads, because I wouldn't do minus 12.5. But if you want, I would go, here's my little play for you guys, and we'll work on this together. So I will go with the minus 1.5 for the Cowboys. And then on top of that, let's see, what is my other one that I like? Probably have to go to it. So for anyone that's probably wondering, all right, what does Hayes use? I mainly use FanDuel. That's kind of like my easy one. What does that get you to? Not the greatest. What if we go 50? Okay, so I'll take that one. So minus 8.5, and then CeeDee Lamb for 50 plus yards. And then we can do this. That'll work. That's a solid one. And that gets you over the top. But before I do that, I just want to verify how he's been doing the past couple of weeks because I don't want to stare you all wrong. So I'm trying to do a parlay in the moment, and that's what I kind of like to do for everyone that's out there. Yeah, we should be fine. So, yeah, every game he's hit it. Okay. So what my line for tomorrow in the game is going to be minus 8.5 Cowboys with CeeDee Lamb 50 plus receiving yards, and then Tony Pollard 25 plus rushing yards. And as I'm currently talking this out, it gets you odds of plus 100. So I always try and do 7. That's my parlay for tomorrow. And if this is something you all like, I'll try to keep doing it for you guys. But yeah, that's the first one that I'm putting on the board. The next game that we end up having is the 49ers and Seahawks. So in this one, I'm going with the 49ers. The odds aren't the greatest. It's minus 330. And then minus 7. It's a home game for the Seahawks. So I can see this being squeaked out to minus 3 or anything like that. You know, they do have the whole squad together. I'll go with minus 7 49ers. And we'll kind of just rock with that as well. So minus 7 for the 49ers. Again, you all can use, so with minus 7 spread, that's at minus 115 right now. But the other thing I think people should always pay attention to is look the same way you do it for anything else in the world when you look at different opinions and options. Do that when it comes to spreads, because ESPN bet might be different than FanDuel, might be different than DraftKings, which might be different than PointsBet. And then you have MGM, you have Caesars, all these different ones will have different odds. So look across the board as to what you're going to do. But I have the 49ers in this one, and I'll take the -7 plus minus spread. Then, so those are the three for Thursday. Going back to the Commanders Cowboys game, the only person I would start would be for the Commanders. I could see Jahan Dotson or Terry McLaurin getting a touchdown. One of those two. I'm not really playing anybody else. I could see the Cowboys defense going to work in this game too. So I'd play them. I'm playing Tony Pollard. He seemed to have done well last week. I'm hoping that it can continue this week. And then CeeDee Lamb you're playing. You could probably get away with Jake Ferguson too. And then with that, Dak Prescott as someone else. 49ers and Seahawks game. For the 49ers, you're throwing out everybody. Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. You're putting them out for the Seahawks. It doesn't look like Ken Walker III is going to play, so Zach Charbonnet will be in line, but that's a tough one for anyone that's thinking about playing that line. I don't really know about any of the other Seahawks receivers. DK's been doing good, so you could probably get away with DK Metcalf. You could see the yards going for Tyler Lockett or Jackson Smith and Jigba as well, but DK is the main one you would end up putting out there. Going into the the Black Friday game, you have the Dolphins and the Jets. Here's another one. This is interesting. I'll do another parlay on this one. Before I do that, I have the Dolphins. You can't take the money line on that because it's -510. You're not going to get anything for it. The plus minus is 9.5, and they are playing in the cold. They are playing in New York. It's a 3:00 game, which is different. They normally don't do 3:00 games. But what I'm going to do is, I did this before, so I'm going to try this one out. Oh, do they have a plus? Oh, that's too much. So I will go with -5.5. So -5.5 for Dolphins. And then I'll add that up with, let's see, what are our receiving stuff that we have out here? And then Hill, Waddle. Don't really care for the passing yards right now. What are Raheem Mostert's? Okay, cool. So we can do that, and that kind of makes everything go well. So I have Miami Dolphins -5.5, and then Tyreek Hill for only 40 yards. He's been on track. They're trying to get him that 2,000 yards. You have Jalen Waddle at 25 yards. If I take Jalen Waddle off, does it bring me under? It does. Okay, so Jalen Waddle is the other one I'll end up taking in this, unless, where is, Raheem Mostert's not even here. Let's see if we find it. Oh, they have receptions, but you need 4. Yeah, that's a bit much. Yeah. Something I will check. I'm trying to check lines really quick for all of this stuff. So sorry if I'm doing it kind of in the moment. I'm trying to end up adding this up for you. So I want to add Breece Hall to this too, but I want to see the receptions that he's had recently and how many receptions. Okay, so that's what I'm going to go with. Let's see, going back here. So receptions, if I put that up, and that works perfect. So what I have is Dolphins -5.5, Tyreek Hill for 40 yards, Raheem Mostert for 25 rushing yards, and then Hall for 2 receptions. And then that gets you plus 107 odds, doing the whole thing there. So it puts them on the line for that one. And then I already said I have the Dolphins. That one. The next one are the Giants. So for the Jets, you're playing Breece Hall. I think he can do well. I don't really know about Garrett Wilson or Tyler Conklin. You don't know because the quarterback situation as to what they're going to do there. My next game is the Patriots and the Giants. Currently, right now, as it stands, they have the Patriots favored and the Giants are the underdog. I'm going with the Patriots in this one. Steven did choose the Giants. I'm not willing to put anything out there. Only thing I would do is put Saquon out there for it. And then kind of going into the next one, you have the Steelers and the Bengals. The Steelers are favored in this one. It's the defense mainly why. Bengals do have a better team, but I just think this is going to be the game where the Steelers and the Bengals kind of show which direction they're going, and the Bengals are going to go south, and then the Steelers are going to go north in it. So I'm rocking with the Steelers. I don't know how the Steelers are going to play because they've been getting out everything every single game. The Bengals, you're trucking out there Joe Mixon, you're trucking out there Jamar Chase, and that's really it. Joe Burrow's done for the season. Going to the next one, the Panthers and the Titans. This is a tough one. So what I'm willing to do, because I don't think it's going to be a blowout, I want to see, do they have like plus 14? Well, that's not the greatest of odds. Let's see. Let's start with this. We're going to mix and match something really quick for you guys on the spot. Well, we were going to, but they don't have anything. Yeah, so this is a straight up game. You're either picking or choosing, and that's not really going to go well. The game I was looking at, which I'm not seeing anything for right now, was the Panthers and Titans, but I got the Titans in this one. You can get their money line at minus 194 if you want. Next game, probably my game of the weekend. There's a couple that are arguably in that conversation, but my game of the weekend I'm going with is the Jaguars and the Texans for numerous different reasons. I can see the Texans pulling the upset in this one. So they don't have everything up yet for them. Yeah, they don't have everything quite yet. I don't even know. Yeah, they don't, not everything yet. So it won't do any of that. But I have the Texans in that one. You're rolling out CJ Stroud. You're rolling out Devin Singletary. You're rolling out Tank Dell. I don't know what's happening so far with Nico Collins. So that's the only thing. But you know what? We'll just call it straight up money line. So I'm going with the Texans money line in this one. And the Jaguars, you're rolling out Travis Etienne, Evan Ingram, and Christian Kirk are the main ones you can put out there. Next game, which I'm for fantasy implications, I'm looking forward to are the Saints and the Falcons. I do have the Saints in this one. I want to see what the spread is to see if I can end up combining anything, and I clearly cannot because they don't have anything yet. But I'm going with the Saints. I'm not willing to put anything on that one because the Saints are wishy-washy at times. But Alvin Kamara, you're rolling out. Chris Olave, you're rolling out. Hell, I'll throw out a flyer. I could see a Taysom Hill touchdown randomly in that game. For the Falcons game, that's an interesting. I mean, for the Falcons side, I don't really know. They're putting out Desmond Ridder there, so I would say you can go with maybe Johnny Smith or Bijan Robinson. That's probably it. The next game we have is the Bucks and the Colts. So Mike Evans, you're rolling out there. You're rolling out Rashad White. Maybe Kate Otten or maybe Chris Godwin. One of the two are going to be worth it. Not both of them, though. For the Colts, Michael Pittman Jr., Jonathan Taylor, you're putting them both out. What I would do in this game, because they need it. Yeah, let's see how this ends up going. We can see how this goes. So for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I will No, I'll do that one. Let's see, touchdown score anytime. Can I do that? Ian Mike Evans. Surprised they have the odds so strong for Jonathan Taylor and Rachaad White. But what I'm doing is the Bucks. I think I have the Bucks in this one. Did I even pick this game? We don't even pick this game. Wow. Definitely thought we did. Well, anyways, I'm going with the Buccaneers plus 9.5. And then I'm going with the Mike Evans touchdown. Baker has been liking to find him, and I think that can end up going well. Next game we have is the Rams and the Cardinals. So I have the Rams in this one. Again, this is another one where you don't really know what direction it can end up going. There's also no odds for this yet because we clearly don't know anything about who's going to fully be playing or anything, but I'm just going to go straight up. So Kyron Williams is supposed to be back. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp are both injured. So if one or the other is out, put in the other as a must start. Going over to the Cardinal side, Kyler Murray, you're going to roll out there. You're going to roll out James Conner as well. If you go off the last game, I would say you can put out Rondale Moore because he did well with Kyler Murray, but we have to see what the second game is going to end up having for us. Kind of going into my next game is the Browns and Broncos. And I have the Broncos. So Broncos Nation, let's ride. They're also the underdog. I mean, they're the favorites in this game, which is big to see. I don't really see anything I like over there. Player passing yards. Russell Wilson and Dorian Thompson are both in the under 200, which is interesting to kind of see. Browns total points, Broncos total points. It's 17.5. That's crazy. Can I do this? Nope, doesn't let me combine the two. But I'm just going to go straight up. Let's see if I can do that. I tried to pick overtime, but I'm going to go straight up and I'm going to choose the Broncos. In this game, they've been doing well. They have been on a win streak, 5 games. The next game we have, so with this game, Cleveland, only one would be Jerome Ford. For the Broncos would be Cortland Sutton, maybe Javonte Williams. Only thing is that Browns defense are studs. So you have to kind of monitor how that side's going to go. It's probably going to be low scoring, like they end up saying, but I chose the money line of Broncos. Next game is the Chiefs and Raiders. You're hammering damn near the Chiefs in this. I normally don't do this, but I don't think the Chiefs are losing twice in a row. So I'm going with the Chiefs minus 8.5. I see it can get ugly quick because they're also in the dome. Who we got over here? Okay, we're just going to go straight. I was going to add a touchdown to it, but I'm going with the Chiefs minus 8.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. We got our 7 for this week. Other thing is, so for the Chiefs, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, Patrick Mahomes, you're rolling out. For the Raiders, only Devontae Adams. And I could see Devontae Adams just getting force-fed 8 to 10 targets in this game. Next one we have is the Bills and Eagles. This is going to be a surprise pick. I'm going with the Bills. The Eagles have a tough stretch of games coming up. This is also a solid game. If people can go to this, congratulations, because you get the Bills and the Eagles. That'll be big. I am going to add this as my asterisk as underdog special for this week, but I'm going with the Bills. I don't think they're going to be able to stop all the different weapons the Bills have. Eagles are also coming off a game playing against the Chiefs. So for them to beat the Chiefs and then the Bills, that'll just if the Eagles win out this schedule, the Eagles deserve to win the Super Bowl. That's all I'm going to say. But the Bills, Dalton Kincaid, Stephon Diggs, James White, Josh Allen, you're putting them all out there. The Eagles don't have the greatest defense as well, so I can see Josh Allen doing well in this game. It is a 425 game, which is another big thing to pay attention to. And then on the flip side of the ball, for the Eagles, you're rolling out A.J. Brown. You're rolling out Devontae Smith. I don't even know if odds are out yet for this game. Oh, they are perfect. So that's something that I would be happy to end up doing because they have everything that's here. Devontae Smith. Yeah, they have it all. So this is kind of good. I don't know what the alternate rushing yards are going to be for. Yep, they have all of this, which is pretty impressive. And there you go. So I'll give you guys a parlay special and then I'll call it a day and we'll kind of see how it goes. But it's going to be AJ Brown, 40 plus receiving yards, Devontae Smith, 25 plus receiving yards, DeAndre Swift, 25 plus rushing yards, Jalen Hurts, a touchdown because I could see them doing the tush push at like the 1 yard line and him just getting in. So Eagles parlay in this one, but I also am still going with the Bills. The next game we have is the Ravens and the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers in this one. If you know me, you know exactly why I'm doing this. But for this one, Herbert, Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen should have a day. I really do believe that. For the Ravens, Lamar Jackson. And that's the only one you can trust. No. I'll do something cool for you guys. If they don't have it. I was really gonna say let's go with I was really gonna say we can go with OBJ for like 50 plus receiving yards, but we can't do that. And the final game we have the Bears and the Vikings. I don't know. Yeah, it's far too early for them to have odds for that. But I'm going with the Vikings in this one. I think Jordan Addison can have a good day. TJ Hawkinson is going to have a good day for the Bears. I can see Justin Fields going for 50 to 70 yards rushing and DJ Moore getting a touchdown as well. But that's everything I have for you guys today. I appreciate, as always, just you guys listening, tuning in, following everything that we do. But until next time, this is Hayes. Good luck. We'll keep track of this. We out.